Warning: the content in this podcast may help you get fit. Your discretion is advised. If you haven't been able to reach your fitness goal, it could be because you keep running into fitness scams, misconceptions, and gimmicks. Finally learn the way and get fit with the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast, hosted by body transformation experts FitnessWithFlex and FitnessWithFlexHERS.
Welcome, guys, to the 19th episode of the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast. We're your hosts, FitnessWithFlex and
FitnessWithFlexHERS, and we're body transformation experts. Many of you may know us from our clients' amazing transformations from all over the United States and all over the world.
And in today's podcast, we're going to be speaking about the most common misconceptions keeping you away from reaching your fitness goals. We're trying to do a 3-part series here. Could probably make a 20-part series because there are a lot of misconceptions. We're going to give you guys the top ones so far within this little mini series here. Now, the goal of this is basically to let you guys know that what you think is probably going to get you fit more than likely isn't. I tell everyone, if you want to get fit, you have to eat right and you have to exercise. Now, there's certain exercises you have to do, certain ways you have to eat depending on what your goals are, depending on what your body type is and how it is that you want to look. But there's not going to be any gadget out there. There's not going to be this one pill. There's not going to be anything. Not even one specific workout routine or one specific diet that's going to get you fit. It really has to be individualized per person because everyone has a different goal. But we're going to go over, like I said, the top misconceptions, and don't feel bad if you guys have fallen for some of these. I fell for almost all of these when I first started, and I didn't know anything. And FitnessWithFlexHERS, I'm pretty sure you fell for a lot of these as well. So we're all in the same boat here.
Definitely, especially being a woman, there's so many gadgets out there. There's so many girl-steered or woman-steered misconceptions for their waist, for waist reduction, for cellulite. We're always very touchy on the subject when it comes to our body. So we're always trying to get that quick fix for little areas that we feel that we need to fix up. But this episode is going to bring you some mixed emotions because you, one, might get upset knowing that you have wasted a lot of times with a lot of these misconceptions along with money. But two, you could also feel very happy and you should feel very alleviated to know that we're going to clarify all these misconceptions for you. So now you can save your money and you will be able to reach your fitness goals.
Yeah, and sometimes some of these misconceptions might not even be about wasting money. It's just about wasting time, doing something that you think it's actually working, spending 2 or 3 weeks on it, and it doesn't work. That's 3 weeks that you just delayed yourself from reaching your
Especially when you have
goal.
a strict goal, like for example, if you
like a timeline, like a deadline or something.
Like
exactly,
if it's summertime or for a birthday party, and it's crucial for you not to lose those 3 weeks or that month because you might not make it to that day.
That's right, so we're going to get right into it, and the first misconception here that we have is spot reduction. If you understand this concept of that there really is no spot reduction, then almost every misconception would already not make sense to you. But spot reduction
is a big one.
Yeah, most people that we train from any part of the world have the same misconception. They think that they can only lose the belly fat that they have. Like, my problem is just really my stomach. I'm alright with my legs. I'm alright with like how my upper body looks, but I could just get rid of my stomach. The thing is, if you have body fat on your stomach, even though it might look like you have a lot of body fat there, which, some people do have a lot of body fat more on their stomach, but you still have body fat on the rest of your body as well. Like, I'm pretty sure you're going to have body fat on your arms. Some people might get a double chin. Some people might have love handles, rolls, body fat in their inner thigh. Sometimes some people get body fat like between their chest and like armpit. That gives you like another like little boob there or something, right? So imagine if you could only get rid of your stomach, then what's going to happen to all those other fatty areas? Are they still going to be around? Like, you don't see no one like that, right? You never see someone like with body fat only on their right arm or the left and not on the left arm. Like, you can't do that.
It doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense. So if you're going to lose body fat, you're going to lose it everywhere. Now, granted, you might have body fat in certain parts of your body that you have more of. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that you can only target that area, because when you lose body fat, your body's burning calories. It's just happening all at once. You can't just zone it.
And what's funny is that I speak from experience. I've been one of those people to really be like, listen, I do not want to get buff. I do not want any muscle whatsoever. Just help me get rid of my stomach. But once I started my journey and once I started seeing my body transform, I started to really realize that, hey, you know what? Even though, I do carry a lot of body fat in my stomach area, I really want to fix what's going on in the back of my leg as well, along with my arms. So once you start your journey, once you really start to figure things out and acknowledge them, you're going to realize that that misconception is like, what the hell was I even thinking?
Like, if you guys want to lose body fat and you guys want to lose your stomach, like I said, it's going to happen all at once, but you shouldn't really just be focusing on stomach exercises. That's only going to be working out your ab muscles. That's it, but that has nothing to do with the body fat. You have to burn calories off. You have to reduce what you're eating, certain foods that you're eating that are making you gain body fat. That's the only way that you're going to lose body fat overall. And the type of exercises, believe it or not, even if you didn't do no upper body exercises and all you did were leg exercises, you'll still lose body fat from your upper body. So again, you can't zone where you want to lose body fat. Just, you need a strict meal plan, you need a strict workout regimen, and you got to be strict with yourself and follow it, and you're going to lose body fat just like everyone else.
Yeah, and for example, if you genetically, like he said, you carry more body fat, let's say in your lower body than your upper body, and you're worried right now, and you're like, like, what the hell am I gonna do now if I'm already like massively shredded on the top, but my lower body still has some cellulite and stuff like that? Am I never gonna reach my fitness goal? No, because that's why it's so important that you get something that's customized for you, and that's why nobody is exactly the same. So nobody should be following the same workout routine or the same meal plan. When you have something customized for you, then there, you could start playing around with your workouts. Like, all right, well, you carry more body fat in your lower body, maybe you might target that area of your body a little harder than your upper body, and vice versa. So it's not that you won't be able to reach your fitness goal if you have an unproportionate body or whatever the case is, but you need something specifically for you. Now, another misconception is that people believe that by doing abs every day that you're going to finally see your abs, and that's a huge common misconception that a lot of people had. I know I myself had it one time, and trust me, I would wake up sore, and I would not see any abs from doing abs every day.
Fuck abs every day. I used to do my whole body every day thinking
He just got like a fever. His body just shut down. Because again, guys, if you heard our previous podcast, this guy is a beast, like a robot.
I've told this story before, yeah, but and when I was younger, I figured, if I work out my whole body every day, I will get bigger and stronger a lot quicker because I'm working out.
Super Saiyan over here.
Yeah, you guys already know you need recovery is actually what helps you grow muscle, what helps you lose body fat as well. So all I did was really give myself a crazy fever, and
his whole body just went to shit. Yeah. But yeah, so what he said is true. You do need recovery. So your abs are like any other muscle in the body. When you work them out, you're tearing them down, and you have to allow them to repair and recover so that they can get thicker. Now, the misconception is here. People think that when they do abs every day, they're all of a sudden going to gain abs, but we all already have abs. Trust me, underneath that belly fat, even though you can't see them right now, they are there. But you have to have a customized meal plan for you. Why? Because when you get low enough in body fat, you will eventually be able to see them. If you're doing abs every single day, on top of the fact that they're not repairing, but you're eating a shitty diet and you're still hoarding a whole bunch of body fat or gaining more body fat than what you already have, unfortunately, you're never going to be able to see them. So it's very important that you get that body fat down. And by working out your abs, what you are going to do is that you will get them thicker. So when you do get them thicker, you might now not have to get so low in body fat and will be able to now see your abs faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if you work them out with you do resistance training with abs, get them a little bit bigger, a little bit more muscular, and then, yeah, you'll definitely be able to see them at a higher body fat percentage. And it all depends on how lean you want to be. If you want to be, like, super shredded, like a cartoon, then obviously, you're going to have to diet.
Yeah, it's customized, so you just have to go per person with that.
Okay, now the next one is weight loss wraps. Again, like I told you guys.
That's a good one.
Like I told you guys, number one was fat reduction. So if you already understand that there's no way to zone body fat, pretty much that's gonna be the answer to all these misconceptions. So weight loss wraps, according to what I've been seeing, you put a wrap on your stomach. I've seen it on
your
arms.
chin.
I've seen it even on people's chins. And supposedly it's supposed to reduce the body fat from that area.
Oh my god.
Now again, we already know from example number one, spot reduction, you can't do that. So obviously this already doesn't even work. I don't even feel like going into even more details about this because it just doesn't make sense.
Yes.
But with the weight loss wrap, this is the thing, is that if you're wearing the weight loss wrap and you've experienced weight loss, it's probably because along with that, they're going to tell you that you have to eat healthier, you have to exercise, you have to drink a whole lot of water.
You have to go to the gym with the wrap on, which is even funnier.
So if you didn't wear the wrap, right? If you're a person that hasn't dieted, hasn't exercised, and let's just say you don't wear the wrap and you start exercising, you start eating better, you start drinking a whole lot of water, I mean, you're going to lose weight. It's obvious. So just because you have the wrap on, you're technically just doing that. It's just that the wrap is the gimmick, and psychologically, you're thinking that it's the wrap because you have it on, but that's really not doing anything whatsoever.
Now, if you have the wrap on and all you did was sit down on your couch all day and continue eating potato chips, continue eating exactly what you were eating, and you lost weight, now that's magic. Magic.
Not even weight, but body fat. Because again, they tell you to drink a lot of water so you could get a little bit dehydrated, you lose some water weight, but water weight is not body fat. So again, weight loss wraps, anything that has to do with zoning body fat from a specific area.
I've done the body wraps, which is sad. I've done body wraps when
I've never done.
I've done it, and I could talk from experience that one, I was desperate. So this is the sad thing too, is that they're getting all these scams. The people that are falling for it are all the desperate people that are seeking for help and that are seeking to really fix their lives, and they're just wrapping their bodies like I once did when I was young. And I remember in the middle of the night waking up, I had wrapped up my stomach. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night, sweating my balls off. I thought I was going to die. I went so panicky, you would say, to the bathroom to try to take off the saran wrap, and it just rolled up and shriveled. It felt like a cord. I'm like, holy shit, what do I do now? I had to look for scissors. I had to cut it. It was a complete mess. And above all, I weighed the same and I looked the same, which was the saddest part.
Alright guys, when we get back, we're going to have more misconceptions that are keeping you away from your fitness goals. Stay tuned.
Ever wonder why you can't seem to get fit? It's because you've never followed a program designed specifically for your body and fitness goal. The Fitness with Flex coaching program is like a GPS to get fit. Your results will be monitored, and updates will be made to your meal plan and workout so that you never plateau. Available in any state or country. Go to www.fitnesswithflex.com and learn the way now.
All right, guys, so the next misconception is waist training. Again, this is something that's more dominant in the woman area, but we have seen some men use it. So it's almost like a corset, and you're supposed to wear it during a long period of time, hoping that it's going to give you a small waist and that all your belly fat will disappear. But that's not the case. All right, so save your money when it comes to waist training. So what waist training is going to do is that by wearing this tight band or this tight corset around your waist for that amount of time, it's going to start to shift the floating ribs that you have, giving you the illusion that you have a smaller waist. But in reality, what it's doing is that it's rearranging your body. Your organs are going to start shifting as well, which is going to put you in a really bad position because your organs are now not going to be able to work at their full potential, being that they don't have the space that they need.
You're also going to make your back stabilizer muscles, your ab muscles, your whole core pretty weak because your body is being balanced up by this waist trainer now, because you have to wear that for like a long time during the days, like almost 20 hours or something like that. And as your waist gets smaller and smaller, you got to get smaller and smaller ones. It's ridiculous because, okay, so what if your waist is small? So if you weigh 300 pounds and you wear a waist trainer, your waist is going to be small? That's impossible.
Or your
what
belly
about,
fat's going to disappear?
yeah, like what's going to happen to all the body fat that's on your stomach and it's on your back and everything? That's just not possible. Maybe your waist is going to get, I don't even, if you're like really big and you have a lot of body fat in your stomach, I doubt that even that's gonna come down like that. But like, let's say you're fairly thin or a little bit chubby and you wear the waist trainer, yeah, maybe your ribs are shift a little bit and you'll maybe like half an inch, but it's not gonna be noticeable because you have body fat still in your stomach. You have to still get rid of that. And again, they tell you that you have to exercise and again eat right, drink water. It's the same thing almost as the reps. If you do lose any body fat, it's not because of the waist trainer, it's because of the exercise and the eating that you're doing. If you're eating McDonald's 20 times a day and you're wearing a waist trainer, I doubt you're probably gonna break that waist trainer.
And you're probably gonna, instead of going down in size, you're gonna have to go up in waist trainer size. But on top of all else, if that's not enough to convince you why this misconception doesn't work, like he said, your stabilizer muscles are going to get extremely weak. I don't know if anybody's ever encountered a person, or maybe they've gone through the experience themselves, where they bend down really quickly to pick something up and all of a sudden something tweaks in their back, or they have a back spasm, or their leg starts to spasm out, or they get a stiff neck and this and that. Is because those stabilizer muscles are not strong enough, and by you wearing this waist trainer for that long, you're never gonna give those little muscles the opportunity to ever catch up. So above all else, is not going to really benefit you in anything.
And that's probably give you an injury or
some type of skin bacteria, because you also start sweating. I've also heard stories about people that do wear it and they get some type of skin bacteria or like rash on their skin because they're wearing it during the gym, so they're sweating. You got all that bacteria, all that sweating accumulating there. And on top of that, it's not even about getting a small waist. What's the point of you having a small waist if, hypothetically speaking, let's say that's what it gave you, but then you're rotten on the inside? Where are you gonna get? So you're not gonna want to become fit and live longer and be healthy. You're not, on top of the fact that you're not gonna look the way you want to look, you're still gonna be eating the same. You're still more than likely gonna run into health issues, and you're not gonna be feeling 100%.
Yes, it just doesn't really make sense. Again, and you're still going to have to exercise and eat right. So it's not like if you're avoiding that. Like, none of these misconceptions avoid really the nutrition and the exercise. You still have to do this. So it's obviously just that's helping you.
And then it's funny because if you start saying like, oh, these wraps don't work, or oh, this waist trainer doesn't work, the first thing they're gonna tell you is, well, were you drinking water every day? Were you going to the gym? Well, the instructions say that in order for this to work, you have to go to the gym, you have to eat it. So like we said, guys, it's really all else that's giving you the results, not the product, not that gimmick.
Well, that's a perfect segue to our next gimmick or misconception, which is supplements, which you'll see on every supplement bottle will tell you that you have to still follow certain workout regimen, nutrition plan as well to see results. But again, supplements are just that. They're literally a supplement. But some people think that their supplement is their actual meal plan. I've seen people, and I've been there myself. I've tried out thousands and thousands of supplements, and I can tell you a lot of them don't work. The only ones that you really need is a good protein shake, maybe a good vitamin and mineral, maybe a fiber supplement. That's pretty much
Things
it.
that are essential, like you got your omegas, you got your multivitamins. Acids. But if you start hearing all these fancy words, and then they start putting like a guy with a 6-pack on the bottle, or a woman in a bikini, and they tell you, oh, drink this 3 times a day and you're gonna look like her, more than likely that's a scam. Because if you're eating like shit and you're drinking a pill 3 times a day, nothing's gonna function properly.
Just think about this. If these supplements really work, don't you think that everyone will be taking them and everyone will be shredded as hell already walking outside? Like if there's a beach nearby, that's not what's going to happen.
And nobody would have questions about, oh, what do I have to do to become fit, or what's the right way? If the right way was putting on a wrap, then you know that when it's time to get fit and get healthy, hey, I gotta go put on a rep. But it doesn't work that way. If, like he said, if that was the case, I believe everybody would have a six-pack. Everybody would look the way they want to look just by taking a couple supplements and putting on these wraps.
Yeah, look, if you're doing your workouts 100%, you're doing your meal plan 100%, right? Cardio, you're drinking your water and everything, then yes, some supplements, like the ones I mentioned, the vitamin and minerals, the omega-3s, the fiber, the protein shake, that's going to help you. You know, maybe there's some good weight loss pills out there. Maybe that'll help you like 1%, 2%. That's already if you're doing everything 100%. But the thing is, no one's doing anything 100%, and now they're looking for supplements to take over 100%. That's not, or take over, you're only putting 40% effort and you want the supplements to do 60% effort. It's impossible. That's not going to happen. You have to put 100% effort, and then the supplements are going to give you that 2%. So now you're doing 102. But that's it. That's not going to do anything whatsoever for you whatsoever for your fitness goal if you're not already following the proper meal plan and workout routine for your fitness goal.
Exactly. Even another analogy would be like, let's say you have a cold, right? And I, predominantly live a healthy life. I exercise consistently. I try to make sure I'm consistently healthy. And then you have someone else that has a cold but doesn't worry about what they're eating and doesn't go to the gym at all and is overweight. If I take a vitamin C supplement, or if I decide to drink a ginger tea or something that's going to boost up my immune system, that's going to cap off. That's like, for example, the cherry on top of all else that I'm doing to help me fight that cold. But if now the person that's overweight never watches their diet, never goes to the gym, they start drinking like a tea, yeah, it's going to help a little bit, but how far are they really going to get? I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get over that cold a lot quicker versus the person that doesn't really care what they put into their body and doesn't care how overweight they are.
Yeah, that's right. So you guys have to fill in the holes on everything that you have to be doing already, and then certain supplements will help. But there's no reason to be spending money on, on vitamins or on shakes and all these crazy supplements out there if you're not going to be following everything 100%. You're just going to be wasting money. And trust me, I've bought thousands of supplements. I've tried them. And it just doesn't work unless you're just following everything. That's the only way that they will help you a little bit. And not every supplement is going to help you because, again, a lot of these supplements are not even approved by like the government. No one's overlooking them. So I could put any garbage protein powder together, and then sell it and tell you that that's the highest quality or whatever, and it's not. No one's really gonna know unless you go and test and you do all of that. But no one's really governing these people, so anyone could put anything in those supplements, and they're not really gonna work.
And on top of that, be careful if someone's giving you a supplement telling you, listen, there's nothing that you have to change. Keep doing everything right. Just drink this pill and you're going to magically look the way you want to look. You better turn around and run, because I've heard a lot of stories of people, telling them, oh, drink this and this is going to help you. Even doctors sometimes prescribing medication, not giving the person any knowledge on what they're supposed to be eating, how dehydrated they are, how much water they're supposed to be drinking, when to go to the gym, what workouts to do. And then you're giving this person this pill on top of the fact that they're more than likely unhealthy, and now gonna drink a chemical that you don't know what the hell is doing to the body. I've heard a lot of stories where people feel like passing out, where they get dizzy, where their menstrual cycle starts acting up. So you gotta really, really make sure that you stand strong and turn away.
All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for next week. On part 2, we're going to go over a lot more misconceptions that are keeping you away from reaching your fitness goals. Stay tuned for that.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast. We really appreciate it. And if you like what you just heard, please feel free to share our episodes with your friends and visit our website, www.fitnesswithflex.com.